but he gets double crossed. He gets double crossed by Luthen.
Luthen is the bravest person in the rebellion, hands down.
Although maybe she's got some specialized high damage armor piercing blaster or something. Maybe. I mean, I don't think so, but maybe.
In asymmetric warfare, sometimes you got to lose to win, and it's brutal.
Here's Battle Clea.
Today we're watching Season 2, Episode 10 of Andor. What happened?
Beginning of this episode, Lonnie and Luthen have a clandestine meeting.
Oh, yeah. And Dedra goes after Luthen all by herself.
Luthen got hurt in the abdomen.
Oh, yeah. We get Clea's background and watch a child get radicalized right before our eyes.
And then Clea pops off in the hospital.
Oh, yeah. And then she ends Luthen once and for all. She's sad about it, but she's a killer.
Stone cold.
Yeah. What'd you think about today's episode?
Today's episode, I gave an 8 out of 10. Quite good.
Nice.
So Clea's backstory. We're getting Clea's backstory in episode 22 out of 24. The absolute audacity of this filmmaking. This is waiting to the very last minute to give character introductions, but I'm here for it. It was good. So her character was consistent, but also hidden for so very long, and we finally get that character introduction. Woo, it hit. Also, that death fade, that Luthen's death fade at the very end of the episode, I counted it. It was 19 seconds. 19 seconds. That was super slow fade. The absolute balls on these editors. But at the same time, I watched it. I liked it. Really slow. That really slow fade. Like, I liked it. So good job. Great call on the editors. Super fun. The cons for this episode is that the setup was weak. Honestly, the setup was weak. Why did Dedra showboat? I didn't understand it. Why was she alone inside of Luthen's his store? It felt out of character for me. It makes sense for episodes 11 and 12. Like, it sets it up, but it just seemed strange that she would do that considering who she's been for the previous season, the 2 seasons. So weak setup, but from then on, okay, fine. So overall, Andor is good at making that the rebels and the empires have good people that do bad things and bad people that do good things. And so I like this balanced, I like this nuance. I like that it's a very Game of Thrones feel where we saw the story evolving from many different angles, and from each person's angle, you could see why they're doing evil things, but we're good for them and their people. Like each character made sense. Each perspective made sense. So overall, I like this series. I like this episode. What did you think?
I give this episode, Season 2, Episode 10, an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I really like this slow stuff. Ambience, environment building, world building. I really like it. So I enjoyed, I don't know if you call it slowness, but I guess that's what it is in comparison to other Star Wars.
Yeah.
I really like seeing Luthen's bravery. It's somehow expected and shocking at the same time that he was just like, it's time to go. And then the start of seeing Luthen's rebellion was cool. Like, I don't know, he was some kind of imperial somebody, and he was like, there's an atrocity. And then he's like, nope, I can't do this anymore. To see that beginning was cool for me. And then Clea going all, I don't know, badass and making it happen, even though she doesn't want to kill Luthen. It was great. Like, that's what has to happen in the rebellion for it to be successful. Amazing. Why was the Imperial armor so bad? I guess that's consistent with Star Wars. But like, Clea was able to take down the guards pretty easily, even though they were all armored up. That's kind of a nitpick though. So I like the ambiance is great. The acting is great. Great production values as always with Andor. So for me, overall, 8 out of 10.
I agreed. Let's talk about what happened.
Let's talk about it.
So in the very beginning of this episode, we see Lonnie meet up with Luthen. Lonnie's he's the ISB officer who's betrayed the ISB. He's crossed them, but he gets double crossed. He gets double crossed by Luthen.
First, we talk about safety. Promises were made. I have my wife and my daughter tucked away for the moment, but I need you to tell me how you're going to get us out of Coruscant.
And you still don't know if she's coming after me or not.
I didn't have time.
So now we're bargaining.
Yep, just a few minutes later, Lonnie dead.
Dead.
First.
So what's the problem here?
The problem here is that we're on the side of the rebels, right?
Okay.
We're we're supposed to be on the side of the rebels. And so Luthen is supposed to be a good actor, like a good, like an actor. He's a good person. He's acting on the behalf of the rebels who we want to be the good people. But then Lonnie has to negotiate for the safety of his child and his wife. Why does he have to negotiate at all? Shouldn't that be clearly, we've made a deal with Luthen. I'm going to do this spying stuff. I'm going to risk my life. I'm going to risk my family. I'm going to spy in the Empire. But the thing you're going to trade for me is an exit route. But then here it's time for Lonnie to exit. And he knows his relationship with Luthen is so poor that he has to withhold this last bit of knowledge so that Luthen will guarantee that his kid and his wife are okay. So that's terrible. We shouldn't be protecting our assets?
So on one hand, absolutely, we should be protecting our assets and doing the right thing. But what if doing the right thing means you lose?
I don't see how we would lose by guaranteeing Lonnie that his wife and kid can live.
Well, okay, so if Lonnie is killed, then that's a loose end, tied up, taken care of. He can't tell anyone about Luthen. He can't tell anyone about the rebellion. So killing him makes sure secrets are kept. Whereas if he's a loose end flying around trying to rescue his family, the Empire might have them, surveilled.
So this is an interesting. I mean, actually, not just surveilled, but actually kidnapped and leveraged. Right? They take Lonnie's wife and kid, and then they torture them and say, "Lonnie, you tell us who Luthen is, otherwise we kill your kid and your wife as well."
Yeah. Yep.
I get it. I see it. But I don't like it. I don't like it that our good guys are making deals that they don't intend to uphold.
Right. So he's lying to his face. So Luthen is lying to Lonnie's face. He's doing bargains. He's a murderer, and he's putting Lonnie's wife and kids in serious jeopardy by his actions.
I suspect that what happened? What happened to the wife and daughter after this, or wife and kid? I don't know if it's boy or girl, but I suspect that they did not survive very long. I mean, they certainly don't see Lonnie again, and Luthen is killed shortly after. So I think they're waiting for Lonnie to show up at wherever the rendezvous point is, and he just never shows up.
Right?
Are the rebels the good guys?
So this is such a great question, because in order to be, if you're fighting tyranny and you hamstring yourself so much that you can't do lots of tactics that are important to win, you just live by idealism. You may never win, and so there's no point in holding your ideals because they're never going to see the light of day. So how far do you compromise your ideals? I don't like it.
In order to make an omelet, you got to crack a few eggs, and these eggs in this case are Lonnie's family.
That's right.
Oh boy.
When you talk about billions, though, you can make the math argument.
Yeah, in fact, if you project out the billions, not only the billions of people alive right now, but the trillions of people in the future, I'm doing it for all of them, I can justify anything.
And then, okay, so I kill one person for that. Then I kill 5 people for that, for the good of the galaxy. Then I kill 1,000. Then I destroy a whole planet. The logic's the same. The scale's different, but I don't like it.
Yeah, in fact, as we rebels, we form up this new empire in order for the safety and security of everyone. You just make a new empire, right?
Yeah. This is a tale as old as time. Like the rebels, they have these ideals, and then by the time they get into power, they're completely corrupted.
We control the banks. You're like, oh, wait a minute. Is that what you're fighting against?
Yeah. This will keep coming up as we go over the episodes, I think. But Luthen is the bravest person in the rebellion, hands down.
The bravest?
Hiding in
The bravest.
the shelter of imperial peace and quiet. Everything you stand for. You don't want freedom. You want chaos for everyone but you. Ruin the galaxy and then run back to your ridiculous wig.
Okay, he killed himself. Why is that brave?
Okay, so it's super brave. Well, first off, no hesitation on the killing of himself. He's like, it's my time.
That's
I'm
true.
not going to beg. I'm not going to plead. It's my time. Time to go. But also, the rebellion on Yavin 4 does not like him. He is going to go down in history as a dark figure if he's mentioned at all. So he has done all of these things to push the galaxy toward freedom and democracy, and he's going to be in the dark. He's going to be dying in the dark. In fact, he may even be seen as evil by the rebellion, and he doesn't even hesitate. Bam! I will kill myself for the cause, even though the cause doesn't even like me. I won't seek the glory. That is some serious bravery.
I see what you're saying. You're saying that he's so committed to the cause, and not the popularity and not the power grabbing, but the actual cause of the rebellion getting out from underneath the fist of the empire, that he's willing to be a pariah. He's not looking for any accolades. He's willing for people to hate him. He's willing to sacrifice not only his life right now, but also his future legacy. People aren't going to tell stories that he was a good guy fighting behind the scenes on Coruscant. They're going to say he's the bad guy that was pulling strings, doing evil things, or even just delete him from the rebels' story about themselves. Just delete him completely. Yep. And so that really is truly a brave action, because you don't get any positive feedback. People don't like you. You're not winning anyone over this. You're doing the hard, nasty, gritty work that has to be done behind the scenes without any accolades in order to get it done. In fact, he has to sell his soul, so to speak. That's kind of a metaphorical thing, but he has to do some really heinous, inhuman things for killing Lonnie, who he's been working with for several years, who he's promised Lonnie that he'll take care of your kids. He had to lie to him every day, knowing that I'm not going to take care of your kids. I'm going to have your kid and your wife killed. Luthen has to give up on his humanity, so that way the rest of the rebels can live with clean conscience.
Yeah.
That's super brave. That's focusing all the evil onto yourself so other people can be good.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is.
Because when the rebellion is burgeoning and just starting up, it's chaos. You need to do some of these underhanded tactics and some of these terrible things in order to create a rebellion that's successful. Well, he took all of that on himself, allowed all of those evil thoughts on the rebellion to be dumped on him. Then he kills himself, and now the rebellion is nice and pure over in Yavin. We're not Luthen was a terrible member of the rebellion. We got rid of him. We're the good guys. So now the rebellion can go forward with purity because Luthen was willing to do this. It's just stunning bravery, in my opinion.
I agree. All the people in Yavin, they didn't do the Gorman rebel stuff. That was Luthen pulling the strings. So if ever discovered, it's on him, not the rebel.
Right, not the rebel. He didn't represent the rebellion.
Yep. Ooh, that's brave as hell. This is Dedra's only mistake of her entire career.
A vintage Imperial Starpath unit. What do you think? A little damaged, perhaps. What have you done?
It's
Turn around.
Oops.
No.
What a folly. What is going on? I did not understand. Why is she in there by herself? Why is she showboating? I didn't understand why she as a character, as a person, for her entire career, she's like order, rules, a little bit bendy, but it's like in the search for peace and security of the galaxy. And then here she does this showboating stuff where she like dialogues she monologues, and she's talking to Luthen like, I'm the evil person. Here's my plan. Like, what are we doing here? It seemed out of character for her. What is going on here?
Yeah, I didn't notice this when I first watched it, but after you pointed it out, it really is out of character because she has him. She has Luthen. Why not send in the TAC team and just arrest him? And then
just ding dong, I'm here to buy stuff. Yeah. Stun. Okay, pull him out.
Yeah. And nobody's listening to this. This doesn't help her career. This doesn't help the Empire for her to showboat to Luthen. She just needs the intelligence. She doesn't even need to interact with him. But she wanted to get in there and like tell him off for some reason.
Right. She wanted him to be like, oh, I'm sorry, you caught me, right? But just capture him and tie him up and torture him and then get your confession out of him, right? This is the Empire. If they're evil, they're evil. But this I don't understand why this scene happened.
It does feel like
make sense.
It does feel like the James Bond villain who right before killing James Bond explains the whole plans. It's like, just kill him. What are you doing?
Just kill Bond. You don't give him a chance to defeat you. It seemed very strange. I kind of get it, because then when her career fails after this one problem and then she goes to prison, the audience, I mean, you kind of feel okay with it because you shouldn't have been showboating. You shouldn't have been messing around. This is what happens when you try to do this. But I just didn't understand why she would have done it in the first place.
Right. It doesn't make much sense given her character thus far. There are these year gaps. Maybe she had this like hubris building up in her over the course of a year as like successes were starting to build. And so eventually she's like got to the point over a course of a year, which seems pretty short, of like, now I'm a showboater with the criminals.
I could see it maybe because after Gorman, she had like her split assignment where she was in operational command, but the other guy was in tactical command. And so she could be feeling like, I want to have more eyes on me, more reputation for me. I'm going to go do the whole thing by myself. That's possible. It just feels weird. Feels forced.
But then like just lead the TAC team that goes arrests him.
Lead the TAC team, go arrest him, just stun him, knock him out, take away anything sharp from him, put him in the straitjacket or whatever the Star Wars equivalent is, and then interrogate him after.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. She really, really messed up here. Weird.
I didn't understand it. Who is this guy? So this is part of the Clea background story where a bunch of people get shot against the wall, and we look over at this guy, and he's like, "Oh no, this is terrible." But who is this guy? Yeah, you see that? You see his right.
Mm-hmm.
So
firing squad is bad.
Firing squad definitely, yeah, bad. 100, yeah, I totally agree. But when, so we see that's Clea, young Clea, and she's out of focus. Definitely, this alien guy in the background is in focus, and he does this like look away, Hubcap man. Yeah, he does this look away and like this shake head, real subtle. But I don't know who this guy is. Like, what if he's a slave owner or something? I don't know. Or what if he is, I don't know his values. What if he does agree, but if we were to agree meaning like it was a bad that these people were killed against the wall. But if we were to pan over a few feet, different angle, there could be another alien dude that's like, yeah, fuck, I love it. I love it when people killed against the wall. Like we just happen to be looking at this guy. Who is this guy?
So the feeling is like this guy is alien. This guy is, I don't know, got poverty because he's like only got the clothes on his back, and he has the same mannerisms and values as humans, and so he's disgusted or like saddened by the killing. But we don't know that.
We don't know that. Even humans of the same species, so humans, but from different cultures, we react to things differently. And this guy, not even human. Like I don't know I don't even know how. Like if him looking down and shaking his head, like for his species, that could be like I love it. This is why I sit here every day. Like I don't know.
It could be this seating position is showing respect to authority, and head down means I bow to your authority. And so is this
bow
his
to your
support?
authority? I love it how you kill people. I don't know this guy.
Yeah. Apparently, this woman back here don't even care.
Yep. She's just smelling something in her hand.
That's right.
The guy on the left's got a bowl cut.
What? Oh, yeah.
What?
It's just a hat.
What's a hat?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
But it's like projecting our human understanding of emotions and body language onto this alien, Hubcap man. But we don't know. How do we know?
Right? What if he had like 10 eyes and like they started blinking like in some random pattern? Like, oh, that means he's sad. Like, I don't know that.
I don't know. That's an interesting question. Would different species have different body languages? Like a smile in humans means I'm happy, but a smile in another species means I'm sad. Like it would be
give
really
you a concrete example. Go to Wyoming, find some wolves, smile at them, let them smile back at you. Like, no, that's a snarl. They're showing you their teeth. They're showing you their weapons.
Yeah. That's true.
Or that guy, that alien from Men in Black, you know what I'm talking about? He's like, he's smiling, he's sneezing, he's working out. That guy, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. When in asymmetric warfare, sometimes you got to lose to win, and it's brutal.
start fighting back?
We have.
By walking away.
We fight to win. That means we lose. And lose and lose and lose until we're ready. All you know now is how much you hate. You bank that, you hide that. You keep it alive until you know what to do with it. And when I tell you to move, you move.
When do we start fighting?
So this is just, it's so brutal. Like if you're in asymmetric warfare, that means the opponent has like tech and organization and territory and all of the things, and you're trying to undermine that. You're probably going to have to like take huge losses and keep losing and losing until you're in a position to win. It's so brutal. Got to hang on to that hate.
Yeah, I mean, okay, strategically, the rebels should have let Gorman go. Because even though it's a loss of an entire planet, and if you're at the beginning of the rebellion, you need to win some hearts and minds. And so by losing Gorman, you could pull the other planets onto your side. So, I mean, this is an extreme example of losing an entire planet. But yeah, you got to lose to win, especially in these asymmetric battles.
Right. And this means like young Clea here is like, you got to stand up. But he's like, first off, we can't stand up because we don't have the means to. So we got to let atrocities happen and walk away to survive another day. And in fact, we have to do atrocities at some point to survive another day and make change.
Sometimes you got to fake an atrocity so that way you lose. You guarantee your loss so that you can pull more people under your cause.
I mean, that's right. If you could make the other side commit an atrocity, either bait them into it or like actually do a straight false flag where they, your people commit the atrocity and blame it on the other side. That's going to work in the PR realm. So
at least with respect to the Gorman massacre martyr situation, it's actually the Empire and the rebels play the same game.
Yeah,
depending which side you're on at the time.
And we hope that the rebels can hold to their principles when they get power.
I hope so.
You hope so. But I think history says that's not always the case. This is from the Clea scene in the hospital. She steals a nurse's uniform. Look at this footwear. Like, what? Is this the right footwear for hospital?
Oh, man.
Okay.
Super thin.
Super thin, right? Like walking on cold concrete. That means there's not much sole protection. You know, if you step on some sharp stuff, you're going to get cut.
Oh, especially sharp stuff. I was thinking about even just standing all day. You know, nurses got these shoes that are somehow, I don't know how, they're somehow designed where you can be on your feet all day and not be just sore feet.
That's right. You need good support. You need a good feet health for a nurse because you're going to be on your feet all day. You're going to be moving things around heavy and emergencies. She's got her sole straight on the concrete. And then,
are those holes? Can we go back to the picture? Can we zoom in?
Yeah. I think they are holes. I think they're breathing holes. I think that's what those are.
Oh gosh, I have mixed feelings about this. On one hand, the breathability is good, so your feet don't get all steamy and athlete's foot and fungus. On the other hand, holes also means if you spill, stuff goes right down there. It doesn't like splash off.
Oh, that's
and
right.
Now you got like alien blood or something. I don't know, in your shoe. I don't know how it could react with human skin. I don't know.
No, that's a good point because you're dealing with biohazards like shit, piss, and vomit. Let's be real. Which it's going to spray or get in places you don't want. It's going to go into your shoe. Now it's in you got to go change your shoes.
Okay, I guess, but now I'm taking it back because if you get some alien PS inside your shoe, if there's a bunch of holes like this and it's not like cloth, it's not like cotton, it's some I don't know, polyurethane, rubber, some shit, then you can wash it out. Hey, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. They could also be disposable. Like if this happens, if you get like, some alien arcs some diarrhea onto your feet, just toss them and just grab a new pair from the, the storage locker and on they go. If they get worn down a little bit, throw them out, get a new set. So maybe that's okay if it's disposable, easy to manufacture.
What about drop protection?
So I think you do want some drop protection. You don't want like steel-toed shoes necessarily, like a construction site. Yeah. But this offers nothing. So even like
stub toes all day. Where are all the nurses? Like they're in the foot ward because they got stubbed toes.
That's right. If you kick something accidentally, you get a sub's toe with these shoes. But if you had like proper shoes with some structure to them, maybe not
You can kick
steel
things
toe,
on
but
purpose.
You can kick things, and you're not going to get a stub toe. So
right.
I do think these need more structure. This seems too much.
Not good. Not good. You got to take care of your staff. Got
Take
some
care of
proper
your staff.
equipment. Proper PPE.
Yeah, the rich guy penny pinching.
Pension.
Would you give up paradise to fight tyranny? I don't know that I would.
Think about where you are.
We're backing out.
You need to pay attention. Life shows us what we stand to lose. Most people look away. We can't be like that. You need to accept what you're leaving behind.
All right, it's a pretty place. None of that matters right now.
You need to know you're making a choice. I lived most of my life without ever realizing that that was a possibility.
You're afraid.
I'm only afraid of what I'm doing to you.
I know what I want.
Do it.
Ooh, she's ready.
Think about.
Wow. Okay, first off, Clea is fully radicalized. She's like surrounded by prosperity, food, and the table, and the architecture's beautiful, peace.
Like nice and quiet, nature in the lake, and yeah.
And she's like, I only see tyranny. These are the bad people. We need to take them out.
Like a family laughing at a couple tables over. She's like, tyranny, take them out.
So if you were living in this paradise, I mean, look at the weather and the hills and the architecture and the people and looking great. I would love to live here. And the only problem is you have these tyrannical people hanging out on the bridge. Are they doing tyranny right now?
Gosh, I mean, what are they doing on the bridge? I have no idea what they're doing. Are they collecting tolls for the bridge so that you can maintain the bridge? Like this is a necessary toll. Are they like fishing game wardens out there, making sure people don't overfish the lake? That's also a good thing. I don't know what these troopers are doing out there, but Luthen and Clea are like, let's pop them, send them out, send them in hell.
I mean, is every trooper regiment or whatever you call them, battalion, I don't know what it is, deployed to the galaxy, like just doing tyranny, like going and like beating people up and creating problems? Or are they actually like enforcing local laws in some places?
Yeah, right. Like some percentage of the troopers are going to be child protective services. Right. Are they bad?
Right.
It seems like they're doing good stuff.
And then like if you're on a planet like a paradise, society's functioning, firing on all cylinders, living well, like at what point does the Empire cross where you start to rebel? Is it you have, surveillance? Is that too much? Or they're like, they beat up a guy in the street. Is that too much? Like, maybe I put up with some bad stuff because society is in general pretty good. I can't just like jump on the first aspect of tyranny and start bombing bridges, right?
It's totally out of scale. The people here seem to be clean as far as I can tell. Nobody's snorting any lines. I don't see any, homeless or graffiti or whatever. Seems like society's functioning quite nicely. If I got to pay a toll to get across this bridge, and that toll is going to go to supporting that bridge, all right. But I could be like, no, it's tyranny. I want the bridge to just function on its own. Like, wait, what? Tyranny, blow you up.
Tyranny. I mean, the local elected official could be working the commander of the Imperial battalion, and he's like cozying up to him and like, okay, if you guys don't come down too hard on us, we'll make sure that we are loyal to the Empire. We'll do this, and he's working the system, and everything's firing on all cylinders. All of a sudden, terrorists attack the bridge, and the Empire comes in, ruins the society.
Nope, we're not doing this anymore.
We're not doing this anymore. I don't want any terrorism. This is just she's radicalized. She's a terrorist.
Actually, yeah. She's a terrorist. She blew up this bridge with these people you don't know. And so then Empire clamps down, which then causes legitimate concerns for people there to actually rebel. And then it's just this doom spiral of clamp down, Gorman number 2. Or Gorman 0.0.
Right.
Interesting. But maybe it's Luthen's plan. Just do a terror attack, one per planet. And then let the rebellion just start up on that planet and he dips.
That's right. Empire comes in, clamps down, creates the tyranny that he wants to fight against through the terrorism. And he does that planet, dipping each time until the Empire is very tyrannical at that point.
I can't have you terror bombing my people. What do you want me to do?
What do you want me to do? What the heck? So many conflicting emotions while watching Andor.
Speaking of conflicting emotions, here's Battle Clea. She's been behind the scenes most of the time. For the entire 2 seasons, we get to finally see her expertise. She is expert. Look at that, like a concerned face, and then business time. Gonna pop, headshot.
Pop, pop, pop. Pop, body shot.
Body shot? Yeah, got it. And then this thing.
Weird thing.
What? What is that? Okay. See, super cool. Super fan of. I like Clea. She's just like behind the scenes soft skills, but actually she's got hard skills. Like she'll mess people up. So she's this like strong female character, showing all the people that you don't have to be just this sneaky behind the scenes stuff. You could also just turn it on. You got a gun in your hands, you mess people up.
Right.
That being said, she is a cop killer, right? Right, because these are troopers for the government of the Empire, which everyone's living peacefully inside. She's coming out here saying, "I don't like it. I'm going to shoot your police officers."
That's right. If you're living on Coruscant and a hospital has some troopers assigned to it,
yep,
and then a person comes in and shoots up the hospital, you're like, "What? I don't want this.
I don't want this." Like my hospital is where I go when I'm sick, but now I go there and there's exploding ships. What? Where do I park now?
Why is it? Why is there
do I have to be
terrorists?
afraid of where I'm parking? There's terrorists. She's a terrorist.
Why is there terrorists attacking hospitals, doing shoot sprees? What is going on?
A terrorist dressed up as a nurse. I'm here to help people. I'm pushing people around the wheelchairs, but then actually she's going around killing police officers. Like I want her to win. I want her to win because she's the rebellion. But also, this is terrorism.
Yeah. So when Palpatine is like, we're going to pass the Loyalty Act that clamps down with new surveillance techniques and new police techniques to put a stop to this, I think I support it as an Imperial person who my grandpa was just in the hospital that got shot up. I think yes, please.
Yes, please. I don't because if I have kids and they break their knee or whatever, they got to go. Kids break their knees often. Break their arm or whatever. I think that's more likely. I got to bring my kid in this hospital. I don't want to worry about are the nurses actually gunmen. Are the nurses snooping around the parking lot, setting up bombs in people's cars? Like I don't want this.
I don't want that.
Please, Empire, please clamp down.
Especially if the Empire is the one doing the PR or doing the news, and all I hear is terrorist shot up hospital, like madman. In this case, mad woman shoots up hospital. That's all I hear. I'm like, please stop. I don't know any of the background about rebellion or tyranny or I don't know. All I hear is terrorist shoots hospital. Please take care of it, government.
Even without the spin, if I was just a patient in the hospital, I hear bombs going off, people getting shot, people that are like, they're the police officers. What is this? Like, I don't want this. Like, please.
Hey, you don't actually have to spin it that much,
right?
Person walks into hospital, kills cops, and injures people.
You just show people the actual video. Yep.
Yeah.
And then Luthen's in this hospital bed.
Yeah.
But what is this thing? Can we play it? And look at the top there. Look at the top. Yeah.
1 second. Yep.
What is this machine? Like the Gluck Gluck 3000 recovery? What is this?
I thought it was an artificial heart. So it's doing like some.
That's not where his heart is.
It's like at a stomach intestines level, maybe.
I mean, I know that from other angles, but that's not what this angle looks like.
You're saying it looks like
this is some advanced recovery technique. This is like hospital Thailand. What is this?
You mean this is like enterprise level fleshlight? Is what you're saying?
That's right. This is this is what you would get in the holodeck. Look at it, and it's like pumping.
And it's got like 5 levels of lube that can be mixed and matched for different sensation. Oh, it's not. Yep. It's not at dick level. It's not at dick level.
What? No way.
It's like it's not. It's.
I mean, for Luthen, that is dick level. Quite far.
I mean, okay, his dick it cannot come like up and then make a turn. I mean, I guess you have like this kind of dick shape.
No,
it's like goes
way.
up the abdomen and then does a quick hard
the
turn
cobra,
up,
the cobra,
and then
yeah, it looks like right. But that would bring me back to life, right?
Okay, what is there an artery that it's hooked up to instead of the heart? So it's like
there's
it's
a heart.
pumping
There's
on
a
an
artery. Yeah.
He's literally like the biggest artery in this guy's body is on his dick.
Connected
on his
up.
cobra. Like hook into that.
Yeah, pump it up. Bring it back to life.
Okay. Also, on a Star Wars note, why this guy has a helmet on?
Yeah.
Why did a headshot take him out? What's the point of the helmet if it's not going to defend against a blaster?
Yep. And the next guy gets shot in the chest.
It's even worse.
Like
Yeah,
she
it's even
could have
worse.
shot him in the head, and then guaranteed kill. Shoot him right in the head. But here's the body shot, and he still goes down. Like, what's the point of
Right.
wearing this armor? Imagine if we
Where is
sent
it?
soldiers. If we sent soldiers out to war, and we're like, "Here, put on this cardboard." And you're like, "This is not going to stop a bullet." Like, yeah, it's not. But if there's collateral damage, there's like rocks that get that are bouncing around, that'll stop you from those pebbles. Like that. And that's true. That's true. Like if Clea shot, I don't know, these lamps, these on the right here, on the one against the wall. If she shot that thing, the armor would help this trooper because the plastic on the lights bounce off the armor. That's great, right? But he's really going around with his armor thinking that it's going to do something, but it is not going to do something.
Yeah, it offers no protection because look where it's hitting him. That should offer protection. I mean, if she shot him in the head here, I would be happy with like, okay, he goes down. But shooting him in the armor here, this armor is terrible.
Doing
It's
nothing.
It's just like
mache.
pebble protection. And then even the stormtrooper's worse because he's in like battle armor. And it hits him on the top of the head and he goes down.
Although maybe she's got some specialized high damage armor piercing blaster or something. Maybe. I mean, I don't think so, but maybe.
I mean, maybe she knows that, okay, I need a regular blaster will not go through Imperial armor, but if I soup this one up, reduce the number of shots, increase the power, then all I need to do is hit him, and maybe that's okay. Cooks him from the inside or something.
Maybe. I don't know. But we've seen the fights and other Star Wars engagements. I'm thinking about like Gorman, right? And those guys are going down real quick too. But something about this armor is just really,
it's really bad.
It's not good against blasters, which is what I think they are usually going to encounter.
Right.
It's good against baseballs.
Yeah. If I was this guy, I'm like, I'm not wearing this stupid helmet anymore. It doesn't do anything.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe if the helmet holds its comms, maybe it has it's like a press a button and it goes on night vision or something. Okay, then I can understand.
Yeah, I would imagine maybe in the sights he has like some, night vision, enhanced vision,
targeting
stuff.
Computer, something.
Right. That would be cool.
Maybe there's like a straw in there that connects to his water backpack, or that's like built into his armor. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh, there we go. That'd be good for sustenance.
Yeah. Don't get thirsty when you're on the job.
Mm-hmm. For sure. All right.
Cool. That was it.
That's it. Season 2, episode 10. See you guys next time.